Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
Thank you. You know, for Sierra Leone to be transformed, we have to be honest with ourselves. We have to believe in ourselves. We have to be positive. We have to have the vision. We have to be bold and audacious. Ladies and gentlemen, the Office of Presidential Infrastructure Initiative is a new office. It was created based on the visionary leadership of our president. Our mandate is to plan, design, and implement strategic, transformational infrastructure projects across all sectors using non-traditional methods. We don't intend to get the government into debt. All these projects will pay for themselves. This is boldness I'm talking about, the visionary leadership we're talking about. I'm not going to stand here and bore you. What this office has done, we have created a series of videos to show you what is possible when you dream, what is possible when you have the vision, and what, most importantly, what Sierra Leone is going to be in the next 2, 3, 4, 5, 20 years. And I can assure you, most of you will be running back home. Because home is home. So what we've done, we have 22 projects which are clustered into 4. I know you all like to know about them. Lungi Bridge is one of them. I'm going to talk about the Lungi Bridge. By His grace, by the grace of God, it's going to happen. We're going to start this year. We have a new city, a new financial city, which I'm going to show you what is possible. We have just have to be positive and believe in ourselves. We can do it. Nobody's going to do it for us. We have to do it ourselves. So, can we start with the first video, please?
Welcome to Sierra Leone's Lungi Bridge project, championed by His Excellency, the President, retired Brigadier Julius Maada. Since Sierra Leone's independence in 1961, the country's economic progress has been severely constrained by the lack of a seamless transfer from the airport at Lungi to Freetown, the capital city. Sierra Leone's ability to attract foreign investments, promote economic activities, and maximize its great tourist potential is severely limited by these airport accessibility challenges. Lack of direct access between Freetown and Lungi has also stifled urban development. Linking the two will allow the expansion of both economic and residential development across the lagoon. The government's vision for Sierra Leone is a united, peaceful, progressive and happy nation where the people have access to jobs, food, education and health services, and there is justice and equal opportunity for all. Airport passengers and commuters currently crossing the Sierra Leone estuary between Freetown and Lungi have a choice of water taxi, ferry, speedboat or local motorized vessel. The journey is long, it can be expensive and it is often unreliable. The Lungi Bridge will act as an anchor project for an integrated infrastructural development which will transform Freetown into the region's newest business, residential and leisure hub. It will be the first step in a comprehensive regeneration strategy which will see congested neighbourhoods, inaccessible waterfront areas and underused industrial land make way for new homes, parks and commercial spaces. It includes the following 6 independent but interrelated strategic projects: a new airport terminal at Lungi International Airport, the Freetown Coastal Road from Kleintown to Aberdeen, a waterfront development at Government Wharf with hotels, a shopping mall, marina, restaurants and entertainment areas, the establishment of a free trade zone at Lungi, transshipment industries and an industrial zone to support the bridge construction, a new city and tourist hub at Lungi, construction of a new Freetown city in conjunction with the bridge. The project site is located from the southern tip of the Lungi Peninsula, approximately 3 kilometres from the airport, across the Sierra Leone River estuary to Government Wharf on the north side of the capital city of Freetown. The Lungi Bridge project has as its objectives to promote economic growth by connecting 2 business and cultural centres, by improving connectivity between Freetown, the capital city, and Lungi International Airport, by improving access to jobs, affordable accommodation, transport links, and leisure opportunities for all Sierra Leoneans, by supporting the potential of Freetown to become a vibrant international tourist destination. It will further foster sustainable development. It will act as an anchor for all the infrastructure developments in Sierra Leone. It will protect the surrounding natural environment through rigorous environmental monitoring and the implementation of appropriate mitigation measures. It will build on the technological expertise and skills of Sierra Leone and deliver a project which reflects the national and international aspirations of the country. It will deliver a landmark infrastructural project with a lifespan of at least 120 years within budget and to schedule. The bridge design calls for an 8-kilometre 6-lane bridge with a 2-kilometre width reserve area at the median for a future high-speed train track. It will span the Freetown estuary from Lungi Town to Government Wharf in Freetown. It will be constructed from steel and reinforced concrete. One channel with a width of 800 metres will allow ships navigating through the bridge with a maximum height of 60 metres above sea level. The alignment places the Lungi side landing of the bridge somewhere around 2 kilometres west of Targreen at the Lungi side and at Government Wharf on the Freetown side. This has the advantage of landing in the central business district of Freetown and can be easily connected to the city grid, facilitating access to both the east and west of the city. As the principal gateway of Sierra Leone's capital city, the Lungi Bridge will recognise Freetown's powerful past and represent its new future, linked to a vibrant, modern, economic city at Lungi. The Freetown and Unity Towers will be both the toll gates and powerful monuments to the strength and resilience of Sierra Leone and its people. As part of the Lungi Bridge project Phase 1, feasibility studies, traffic studies, and a demand analysis estimated traffic volumes across the bridge and looked at price sensitivities for users. It is anticipated that future bridge traffic will be related to the existing North Shore land use and generated by the new developments identified as part of the government's new economic strategy. It will consist of airport users, local users, and freight. The model sought to determine the optimum levels of revenues generated by each category and ascertain whether initial toll prices could be reduced as traffic volumes increased. The costs and cash model included several sets of inputs: the type of financing, the investment schedule and construction timetable with predicted cost of completion. In addition to this, the estimated costs of maintenance, both minor and major, and the operating expenses of the bridge are included in the final revenue calculations. We determined what the required revenue would be and combined this with a traffic demand analysis to determine a feasible pricing policy. 72 scenarios were modelled. This allowed us to determine the sensitivity factors for the cash flows and to highlight those elements critical for the development of the PPP agreement. The proposed funding structure raises funds from the international capital market and the local market via a special purpose vehicle, or SPV. The funds will be used to construct the Lungi Bridge. The investor looks only to the cash flow from the ring-fenced future receivables, as well as any credit enhancement built into the transaction for repayment of the ABS. One of the main goals of this structure is the separation of the credit risk of the receivables from the credit risk of the state. To achieve this separation, cash flow from the receivables is escrowed in a trust account to be set up at a designated bank. With this approach, the cash flow from the receivables is legally separate from the other state assets. In conclusion, construction of the Lungi Bridge is feasible. The construction period is between 4 to 6 years. The length of the bridge from the Lungi side abutment to the government wharf location is 8 kilometers. The estimated construction cost of the Lungi Bridge is between 1.8 billion to 2.1 billion US dollars. The Lungi Bridge will pay for itself within 10 to 18 years, depending on the financial model used. The design life of the proposed Lungi Bridge is 120 years. During the entire construction period, the bridge will create over 5,000 jobs per year. The Lungi Bridge project is economically viable. The total bridge project benefit is estimated to be 11.2 billion US dollars over 25 years. In the long term, 25 years after the bridge is completed, the economy will more than double, with consistent near double-digit growth rates. The Lungi Bridge project is a strategic, transformative, and iconic infrastructural flagship project for our country. It represents Sierra Leone's ambitions for its future. It represents our potential, vibrancy, initiative, and hope, what we will become and where we have come from. We look forward to welcoming you to Sierra Leone. Thank you for listening.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay, we're taking a break.